We are in the Aerospace Village at DEF CON 30 checking out the Aerospace badge, which you're the designer of.
I am, cyber test pilot.
This is great. So what I love about it is the fact that there's not one, not two, but 5 SAO ports on it. Can you tell me what you did in this badge?
Certainly. So this is the 3rd year the Aerospace Village has made a badge. And with the pandemic, microcontroller chip shortage, right? And so knowing that the theme of DEF CON was going to be community, like we're doing all these meetings, like what could we do with limited product? And so kind of something we came to the idea on, all coalesced to, was the whole Shitty add-on platform, right? It doesn't need a microcontroller. The parts to like support it are fairly ubiquitous. And then it was also like very serendipitous because we could take the idea, the concept of a Shitty add-on, and we could export it to other volunteers within the organization, right?
Okay. You're saying within the Aerospace Village?
Within the Aerospace Village,
okay.
So the core volunteers. And so what we ended up doing, myself, I was working with pubs and some others. We did a lot of iterations back and forth. I had worked with my same artist friend, Dan Ropp from Fly Surreal, and he had done the artwork, and then we really like the layering, so you can get like the PCBs are stacked, so you can get kind of like that diffused glow.
Yeah, I noticed that one of the things I really like about it is, as you say, like it doesn't look like there's not tons of microchips, there's nothing like that. It's a very simple board.
It is incredibly simple.
But what's so cool about this is you focused on the art of the badge. You focused on the multi-layering. You focused on these. I really love the clouds on it because they stick out. Like it's not like a simple circle. Normally on badges you're like circle, square, circle, square.
Right.
Where these you had these nice cool cutouts, and then you have the art like with the constellations, the clouds.
Yeah. Complete kudos to my friend who did the artwork. Like he did the outline and the shape, and I loved it. It came together. We went back and forth on the colors. Like the purple against the black we had to keep it. It looked better than white, right?
Now, one of the questions I have also with this is, it's a multi-layer board. I'm assuming people have to assemble it themselves, or are they coming together?
We assemble them ourselves, so we used a volunteer organization. So we had a partner back in Maryland, and we had their lab space, and we just solder parties.
Oh,
Saturdays.
Goodness.
Yep.
How are these things actually attached? Oh, that was clever.
Yeah.
So you just did little extenders through each one and then soldered them all together.
Terminal pins. And so the silly add-on standard is, the 2x3 at 6-pin connections. And so it's, 2, 2, and 2. It gives it stability, separating them. And then the same connections are carried through the terminal pins to the next subsequent layer of board, so that we can get the SAO.
That was incredibly clever.
Yeah.
So yeah, your mounting ports are the ones that hold up the board, and then you're leveraging those not just to hold up the board, but also the SAO ports.
Yes, so that they carry the signal and they're structural, right?
So included in the board, you also have your own add-ons here.
Yes, so the lanyard, the 5 ports, the space shuttle, we have this remove before flight. And so it comes with the ability, it's unsoldered at purchase, at donation, and so you can orient the remove before flight differently. So like ideally, what they could do, right, is if they could integrate that into the DEF CON badge. Did that turn on?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you know what I've done? I've hacked my warning light. That's the only reason. I'll explain that, why. But the idea is, we kind of had a head start that the DEF CON badge was going to have a port, and so we were wondering, like, you could orient, in multitude different ways, so that you could get a silly add-on, not blocking a baseboard. The microchip shortage. My badge is different. I've hacked it, but this was intentional. So this microchip is unpopulated for the normal sale, but it fits an AT Tiny 85. It maintains the silly add-on standard, the clock line, data line, pin 1, pin 2. And so what I've done is I've hacked my warning light, so it's very tiny, but you cut a trace and then you jump a trace. And all that does is it moves the voltage from the LEDs from the voltage line over to GPIO 1.
Oh, okay.
So it's, it's a silly add-on, but this is why mine blinks. A normal one wouldn't. So
that's
it's
very
hackable, right? Like, so we do things with the badge. There's a few like puzzles on here. So this is the airport of the Harry Reid Airport here in Vegas. I recently visited the Outer Banks, and so the Wright brothers, first flyer there, homage to the first flight. And then this is kind of silly, but this is a barcode boarding pass, and it's for Buzz Aldrin to board Apollo 11.
Oh, that's
so it's just
so
fictitious
cool.
information put in there, but it's present for someone to discover.
This is so cool. Thanks for making something. I love the fact that these SAOs are really becoming more popular and really pulling in a lot of the cool art that you get to see on circuit boards.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for designing it. Thank you for watching, and as always, hack on.